I don't know if this thing is working or not. Okay, I'm gonna see if it's working real quick. All right. Well, no. So, oh wait, I can totally check on my phone too, huh? Yeah, I could. Give me a sec. I want to check to see if I'm live on the phone. All right. Because if I can see it on here, then I should be able to see it on my phone too. All right. Please work. Please work. Please be working. Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, cool. Cool. I can be seen on here. All right. So this thing works. It works. Okay, shout out to the one person that's up in here right now. Until they say something, I'm just gonna assume it's a hater. In the meantime, I'm probably gonna go ahead and shoot. I got 3 people. Where y'all coming from? Let's do that Q&A real quick. Dang. Okay, 4 people. What is happening right now? All right. All right. Shout out to the 4 people that are up in here right now. I'm gonna assume we're questionable intent because I don't know what it is, but like people be like, "Hey, he's black. I don't like him. I'm gonna go ahead and let him know that." In the meantime, I'm just gonna be here trying to learn these languages. Let's go ahead and get this out of El Wayo. Okay, my screen just went black. Oh snap! Wait, hold on. Front desk.
受付何回
Nankai.
何回
Ikai. It's gonna be this one.
1回1回
I think it's this one.
1回
I really need to remember that this sign right here means double letters. Nankai. That is this one.
何回
田中健です。よろしくお願いします。田中健です。よろしくお願いします。
Man, I hope I got this right because he said that kind of fast. Sweet.
すみません。今日のミーティングは何回ですか すみません。今日のミーティングは何回ですか
Kyono meeting. That means today's meeting. I think they're asking, yeah, for directions. Meeting, meeting,
ミーティング
evento.
イベント
Company is Kaisha.
会社
Go Kato.
ゴーカート
I love how like so far these things have basically been like they're like homophones.
はじめまして、山田健と言います。よろしくお願いします。
They introduce themselves. Oh boy. Okay, wait, hold on.
受付何階
Sweet. The front desk is on the first floor.
受付は1階です。
Oh God, I hope I got this right. Hmm.
入り口何階？
Hold on. Wait.
よろしく
Onegaishimasu. Kuji. Nope, hold on. This is Watashi.
私
This is
1
Ikai.
階
This is
水
oh, that's Mizu. Nankai.
何階
Kuji.
9時
What floor is the next meeting on? Let's see. I forgot how to say the word next. All right.
次のミーティングは何階ですか？
God, I hope I got this right. Sweet. Sugi no meetingu wa nankai desu ka? Let's go. Is the front desk out on the first floor? Is the front desk on the first floor? Let's see.
受付は1階ですか？
I feel like I got that right. Sweet. Should we meet on the first floor?
1階会いましょうか
I hope I got that right. Dang it. Ikai de aimashou. Glad to hear it.
1階
Could have swore I asked how everybody was doing. Oh. Yeah, glad to hear that you're doing okay over there. Ikai de. Ikai de.
会いましょうか
There we go. Man, I almost had it perfect on that. Oh well, I give it my best shot. I'm gonna try to get me in. I'm gonna try to probably get another one later. All right, I'm gonna try to get me another one later. How y'all doing though? Everything's okay out there? I got 4 lurkers. I got 3 lurkers and 1 person who actually said something. That means that, and also no likes, which means that like everybody in the chat don't like me right now, and 3 of them really don't like me because they just lurking. Either that or I can't see what they type in. I don't know. I ain't sweating it though. I know I made like a lot of like controversial stuff. Really, shout out to the 1 like. I really appreciate it. I do know that I definitely made like some my most recent shorts are gonna upset some people. I'm sure of it. I'm basically like using joke videos to A, say some random history facts, and B, make some jokes about the fact that I could possibly dust some of the former presidents in a foot race. And I know that some people really don't like that. For some strange reason, the Thomas Jefferson one is the one that really got like some people kind of tight, and I don't understand that. Like, it's like the more I learn about Thomas Jefferson, the more I learn that like a lot of people, like he had smoke for everybody. Like he really wanted to kind of fought against everybody on a lot of things. He was very combative. And it wasn't like he was combative. It wasn't like he was a bad guy. It was just that clearly he had his viewpoints were challenging. Oh my goodness. I really need to like stop checking up on my stuff. Shout out to the 2 likes up in here. I really appreciate it. If you like the stuff more, tell me what you like about this. You know, I would love to. This is an interactive thing. I mean, like I'm not popular enough to ignore the chat. So if you want to talk, you can. Just throwing that out there. In the meantime, well, like, you know, like I genuinely, but I do know that like right now I am a little controversial with my new shorts. I'm very proud of them because I've always wanted to like do something like that. I'm probably going to end up doing a whole bunch of shorts like that because I got like a lot of ideas about like that idea of, do I think blank can blank? How's it going, Gamer Riz 25? You are in a lot of my lives now. Like I appreciate it. Like really appreciate you for popping up. How you been? Pretty good. Everything okay over there? I'm surviving for the most part. Uh, I mean, I could be better, but I'm not terrible off right now. I'm more tired than anything. Yeah. Um, by the way, what pronouns do you use? Because I call everybody dude up in here, but I know that people don't really like that too much. Like I tend to say dude and bro and yo and like a lot of masculine whatchamacallits, but I do know that there's some ladies that pop in here from time to time. So like, I do feel kind of compelled to ask like, what pronouns do you use so that way I don't get it wrong because I don't know, like I think some people don't mind being called dude or bro or yo or whatever, but I just know that like, some folks would, so it's like if you're not, say so. If you are, hey, nailed it on the first try. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. I'm multitasking like crazy. But I did kind of want to go live like today because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it tomorrow. Because I am gonna try to go to training tomorrow. But if I don't, then I'm more than likely going to probably end up just going live tomorrow and just doing what I normally do. But like, yeah, it's a bit of a. Are you using your phone or your computer? I'm using my computer right now, as you can obviously tell. I've got both hands. Like when I have my phone, you can tell because I'm gonna be like this. Did I get my shoes yet? I ordered them and I accidentally sent them to the wrong address, so they're being sent back right now. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna reorder them again. But even I'm gonna reorder them after I get my refund. But ultimately, but I can still go to the training facility and work out, which is what I've been trying to do. So it's like, I figure like, cause the thing is that like one of the trainers there doesn't think I'm taking this seriously. I hate it when people say stuff like you're not taking it seriously because that's them ultimately like imposing their viewpoint on you. It's like they're not, because I am taking it seriously, but because he doesn't believe, it's kind of like a case of I don't think you're trying hard enough, so you're not, and I hate that. So I figure even if I can't train, I'll still go over there and like still work out because they do have like workout stuff over there. They got like weights and things of that nature over there and stuff like that. So I can still do that. But yeah, I'm gonna have to reorder. I'm gonna have to reorder my shoes once I get my refund back from Amazon because I sent it to an address. I sent it to my PO box, and apparently they canceled my PO box, and I didn't know that. I didn't get told anything about that. I was just, they just, I just didn't. I just, it was like, yeah, we don't have it. It's a non-existent address. I'm like, oh, crap. So now I have to do it all over again. But I am still intending on getting my shoes. Amazon has designated pickup locations too. If they do, I probably don't. I don't know if they have it. Designated pickup locations. What does that mean? Like they could drop it off somewhere, and I have to go over there. I have to go up to the place and pick it up. I've never really like ordered anything off of Amazon before, so like I'm completely new to everything as far as like that stuff is concerned. Cause like I think this is probably gonna be like the first and last time I do this because I don't normally like just go on Amazon and like buy stuff. Like you can pick up your package at Walgreens. Oh, I can't? Does that cost money for me to do? Like, do I have to have a Prime account or something? How I go about doing that? Like, I don't know if anybody knows this or not, but I'm an old guy. I'm normal. I just go to the store. I'm just used to going to the store and picking the thing up. You should have the option during checkout. Oh, okay. Yeah, just go in the store, pick the thing up, and leave. I really hate the fact that it's kind of hard to like do that now because there's so many things that aren't sold in stores. Like I can't just go to like Walmart or something and just like what's what I'm looking for. I can't just go to Walmart and be like what's what I'm looking for and go get some wrestling shoes. Yeah, I think, but from what Joby said, I can like check that option out there at checkout. So I'm gonna probably try that next time because yeah, like I didn't know I could do that. Maybe yeah, I thought about that too, but the closest DSP is like the closest DSG is literally like a while away from here. So yeah, that's crazy. I went from like 5 to 3. I don't know. By the way, yeah, that's what I'm saying though. It's like I'm probably gonna end up like getting the shoes through Amazon anyway because like I try to go to an athletic store like not too far from the facility and they didn't have any, which is like that kind of messed me up a little bit. But I but yeah, I'm also like I got my live on my phone too because what I keep looking down, but that's only because I got my live on my phone, and I'll be trying to see if there's anything in the chat that I'm missing. So yeah. By the way, I think it's really crazy that like I go live on my desktop and I don't get nearly as many people on here, but I go live on my phone, and like that thing got 25 people in like the course of a minute. Like I don't understand the difference. I'm not saying that like I'm not complaining or anything like that. It's just that just surprised me a little bit. But also I'm checking my phone because for some strange reason some of the chats show up either on the phone or on the whatchamacallit here, but it almost never show up on both. I don't know what it is. I'm tired. Man, algorithm. I guess I don't know. I think it's really weird because like the algorithm always seems to like give me a whole bunch of kids from like other countries and stuff. It's like surprisingly enough, not from India, but like from the last live I had did. I got a kid from like the UK to like pop up using his mom's name. But like a while back, I remember like a really long time ago when I first got my account, I used to get like random messages from people from India. Like that was a really crazy thing. Like it used to be like every other person on the internet was from India, and now it just sort of feels like that's not the case anymore. No problem with it. It's just that like it really does feel like that kind of like sort of like took a dive a little bit. But yeah, like I have no clue what's in these kids' algorithms for them to just pop up to like want to watch my stuff. But hey, like I'm not complaining. I appreciate it. It's just it's different. Well, we can hear you a lot better on the phone too. Usually that could also be a factor. Sometimes the audio is so low I had to click off. Oh, by the way, hey Megs, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Or rather, am I too low right now? Appreciate that. Thank you. I got 7 people up in here. That's crazy. Well, I got 6 people up in here right now. That's wild. I got 6 people up in here right now. Let's see. 3 people are talking. 3 people are lurking. Like I know at least like 2 of those people are like my haters. Like I don't know what it is. Those people are obsessed with me, dog. That is crazy. Imagine being obsessed with somebody you don't like for no reason. But yeah, that's dope. That's dope. So how y'all days going so far? Pretty good. Y'all got anything planned for today? It's Sunday, so it's like, I'm pretty sure, for some people this is the beginning of the week, but for other people this is probably like the beginning of the break or whatever. So y'all got anything planned, or y'all chilling right now? What's going on? Chill, relax. Okay. Housework mostly. I get it. Yeah, like everybody deserves some time to chill and relax for a little bit, especially because we rarely get a chance to do that often. I feel like we're owed that. We're owed more days to relax and chill. You know what I'm saying? With like it feels like every day has been stressful for like the past year and a half. Clean all day yesterday. I know that feeling. I tried to do that myself actually, but like I said, I try to clean. I try to like clean up around the apartment like every couple of days or so. It's still messy, but I get tired. I work 5 days a week, man. I be telling myself is like who like nobody actually like one thing is the good thing is like nobody ever really like comes over or nothing like that. So I don't really have to do anything for company or nothing like that. But like, people be like, well, it should look presentable to you. It does. I go into my place and it looks like my place. Yeah, exactly. We get tired, bro. I get it. Like it's really been a long year. It's been a long few years and it's still going. I made up how to soup, exercise a little, need to vacuum, steam, clean, and carpet, dust. I work 5 days a week. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Working 5 days a week, man. Come on, bro. That's your whole week. Shoot. All right. That's crazy, man. I got like there's like three people up in here who probably still hate me right now. See, Gamer Riz. Let's see, got Gamer Riz, Infra Megas, Jovi, and a fourth? No fourth. God goodness. Okay. But yeah, like I said, working 5 days a week, man. That's like that. It's insane. That's why I'm going live right now because I don't know if I'll be able to go live tomorrow or rather, because like I said, I can still go over to the training facility, and even though I won't be able to like work on bumps or nothing, I'll still be able to actually like work out and train because that's now that's the plan now. It's just like get back in shape, and that's what I've been trying to do. No one comes over like man doesn't have ladies coming over. You're just keeping it low key, but I see you, bro. That's funny. That's funny that you think that way. Like actually, I don't look like you, so I don't really get ladies coming over like that. Like women think I'm disgusting. Yeah, that's not happening, bro. I don't look like you. Moving on. But yeah, like I said, I don't really have much of a reason to like, but I don't really have much of a reason to like, clean up like that. Outside of just, me just trying to keep everything organized for the most part. You're not a bad looking guy, but most guys don't care what women think. Uh, I mean, I care what women think because women think. I care what women think because like I have no other choice but to care about what women think. It's not like I'm not gonna be like, hey lady, I don't care what you think. I'm attractive and you want me. That's a dumb way to approach it. But nah, wait. Are you a woman? Are you a woman, Gamer Riz 25? True, I do as well. I'm confused now. Sorry, I think I might have misread that, but I wanted to be sure because, oh, okay, you're a dude. Got it, got it. I just wanted to be sure because, like I said, I was calling you dude and bro earlier, and I didn't know because I get, like I said, it's always a toss up of who like I get up in my lives. Like I had a troll who was a lady, and I didn't know that because I thought the troll was like because she used a name that was similar to another troll that I had. For all I know, it could have just been him, like just trying to soften the blow, and like be like, no, you can't be mean to me because I'm a lady. It's like, no, dude, you're you. Calm down, leave me alone. I do care what women. I do care about women think, but some guys think they're too cool. I guess. Nah, ladies don't hate you, man. Trust me, you're a peak friend zone type of dude. You're marked safe. That's a good thing too. Yeah, I get that, but it's like women do hate me though because like, well, I'll say it like this: women find me physically hideous. So whether or not, like, I can handle being like, I can handle being like the dude who is I can handle being a friend. I can handle being the homie. That's no big deal. But like, I do know that like the big reason why is because like they would never want to go anywhere further with me, and I'm not really too worried about that. LOL. Got it. I'll say this: most women find me hideous. I'll say that most women find me hideous. Not all of them, but a whole bunch of them. Like if there was like in my brain, I always sort of assume that like there's like this dark room. There's like this sort of dark room where all the ladies like sit down at, and they just go through a slideshow of guys' pictures, and they go, yay, boo, and then they see my picture, and they just start throwing tomatoes at the screen. It might be the same for me as well. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, being a dude, like being the dude, and like one thing I had to learn was that like being a dude means that like, they're always gonna be like, yeah, he's ugly as heck. And it's like I'm aware of where I sit, I'm aware of where I sit in the tier list. I ain't worried about it. What is this? You stop this. But like the one, like me, like I said, the one thing I can appreciate though is that like, while one thing I will say is that like back in the day, I used to appreciate when women were honest about it. When women would just say, "You're ugly," you know what I'm saying? Now they just don't do that. It's like you're sweet, but no, it's like just tell me that I'm ugly. It's like you're not gonna hurt my feelings by telling me that I'm ugly. I already know how you feel. You can say it. It's no big deal. But I don't know. But yeah, no, I don't ever have to worry about like inviting a lady over for nothing. It's just like no lady is looking at me and going, I want to go over to his place.
You're not bald. You have all of your teeth. You aren't morbidly obese or a wave. You aren't inarticulate. What is this?
You're okay. I do have, oddly enough, one of my teeth in the back is one of my teeth in the back part feels really, really like messed up. What the hell is a waif? Oh, waif, as in like a skinny person. Okay, I know what that means. I know what that means. I know what that means. In any case, like I ain't stressing that part. Nah, it ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. Like I said, I get like like I'm not I ain't too worried about that. But like, then again, and also it's like also I realized I got a lot of big shoes to fill when it comes to like, it's like I also have a lot of big shoes to fill when it comes to like when it comes to like the whole dating thing, because like I have to measure up to other guys, and I can't measure up to other guys because first off I'm shorter than most men. Like I'm shorter than most men. I'm also like I have like, and when you say I'm not morbidly obese, I still have a gut though. I still got this big. I still got this thing going. I still get I got this action going on right here. It's like you can't see it because I'm not shirtless and I'm not going to be. But the fact that but it's like I got this action going on. I'm shorter than most men. I'm also broke. Like I'm also like broke all the time. Like I'm not saying that I'm the worst guy on the planet. I'm just saying like I do know that like it's a case of I got to measure up and I don't measure up. That's only an issue if that's only an issue if the woman you want are superficial. I uh, I don't think so. I don't know if it's superficial or not. I just go by what I know and that's what I know. In any case, like I don't know if like that's no big deal. I know what I see. Bro, this game is cheating like crazy. Every single time I get past the 50th round, man, they just start beating me up. Disrespectful. But you don't necessarily know what others see. I have an idea. I don't have to know specifically, but I can go off of my own personal perspectives. And a lot of times, my personal perspectives are not wrong. Shoot. Sorry, I'm still playing this game right here, and it's like kind of. I'm reading the chat too. I don't necessarily know what others see, but I have an idea what others see. That's the point. Matter of fact, I can make a poll with that right now. I'm just gonna do it. I'm doing a random poll to see something real quick. Oh dang, hold on. I'm gonna do a test poll right quick. Hold on. Holy crap! Got 9 people up in here. That's wild. No, never mind. That's 7. Oh, I know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. What the heck? Why do I got 9? Like I got 9 people over here. That's wild. That is genuinely surprising. All right, real quick. Also, question to you guys: if you could rate yourself on a dating scale, like as far as like as aliens, because they're smarter and the chance they and smarter and the chance they might be more advanced. See, that's like that's kind of one way of looking at it. Yeah. Oh. Physical looks, socially, 4. Physical looks, 7. Hey, it's X Squares in the building. What's up, man? What are we rating ourselves on? Well, I was gonna say rate yourselves based on your physical appearance, but like 5, that's being honest. I just want to kind of like see where you guys are at. What's up, everybody? This is my homie X Squared, who streams video games. By the way, at some point I'm going to like actually I don't know if Ember Mega says he's a 5, even though today I'm a 3. Nah, you've always been a 10 to me. X Squared, I don't know. I would it be cool if I stream one of your videos on my live one day? You know, I kind of do that with like people whose videos I kind of want people to see. But like, you know, you seem like a pretty chill guy. He's one of the other streamers that I watch in my spare time. I ain't gonna lie though, man. Deltarune, Undertale, and a restream. Yeah, exactly, a restream. I'll stream your stream on my stream. Like I don't know how to. I have no clue how I would go about like saying that. But yeah, like I said, I watch a lot of video game streamers on YouTube, which is weird because I still want you to play Balatro. I have no clue what that is. What is Balatro? That's a card game, right? Is that like a physical card game? But also, like, is that an online game? Because I don't have a console right now. Is it Balatro or Balatro? I feel like I'm saying it wrong. Card builder that use poker rules, bro. I've never played poker. I don't know, like you can say it either way. I've never played poker before. I don't know if I could. You know, because poker is a game of guessing, right? Like you have to like have a higher hand than the other person or something like that. Like, what makes you think that I would be like? What compels you to want me to play that? Alien invasion is infinitely scarier than zombies. We know how to deal with zombies. Aliens are an unknown. Plus, they're advanced enough for interstellar travel. Do we know how to deal with zombies? I wouldn't be surprised if there's a free fan-made version. Free fan-made version? Cars are flip-floppy and cool. I'll look into it. Do we know how to handle zombies? I mean, like, I feel like if zombie invasion were like actually happened, we would kind of be ridiculously under. I feel like we would be like wildly under. What's the word I'm looking for? Wildly underprepared. There's another word for that. Not underprepared. I don't know how unprepared. Is unprepared is a word, right? Disprepared? Is it? God, I don't know the word, bro. Yeah, zombies are stupid and single-minded. And I want to believe that, but we've never really had zombies to test that out. You know what I'm saying? In both of these situations, it's unknown, but we have an idea of what zombies will be like, but we don't know what they'll actually be like. You know what I'm saying? That's true. Ideal. That's what I'm saying. Is like I feel like they're both in the same void as far as like which one is scarier. Because like I said, you know, because zombies, like you know, I feel like zombies because of the fact that of the locality, but also because I feel like a zombie invasion is scarier because when we're faced with a threat that's bigger than ourselves, we end up targeting ourselves. Like I feel like zombies would be scarier not because of the zombies, but because of what we're willing to do to each other during a zombie invasion. Aliens would share knowledge with us. You think so? What do you mean share knowledge? By the way, for those who actually like the live, please be sure to subscribe as well, because your boy is like, trying to get some subscriptions out here. If you know there's zombies, you know what that entails. The fact that we're saying there's zombies mean we know what sort of thing it is. That's a fair point. Oh, invasion? That's different. Yeah, invasion. Not alien visitors, alien invasion. Aliens will make it quick. Aliens will make it quick, at least. How they go about killing us all? What, the alien invasion? Honestly, I feel like if aliens, if aliens are capable of like interstellar travel, they could probably kill a planet's worth of civilization. I feel like that wouldn't even be like, I feel like that wouldn't even be that big of a challenge. Like, I think the only thing that I think the only advantage that humans have is our numbers. But even then, the numbers are dwindling, like really badly. Like, if anything, I feel like during an alien invasion, humans will still somehow be the biggest threat to other humans. Because like every single time we're like faced with a problem or like a circumstance that's bigger than ourselves, we always seem to target ourselves. Which, like, that's always been questionable to me. But like, I do tend to believe that, like, shoot, I don't know I forgot what I was saying. I got too lost in this game right here. By the way, I really appreciate you guys for like sticking around. By the way, I'm genuinely surprised that y'all are like up in here right now. So that actually is very nice of y'all. I didn't really expect to be here this long. I was just testing out the camera. I think I figured out the problem with it. Shout out to the 5 likes, by the way. Thank y'all. Once again, I hope those likes also come with some subscriptions, because I do make content and I do go live every now and again. I do try my best to try to make this channel as active as possible. So, yeah, and like, I'm not starving for it, but I do appreciate it all the same. Um, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was just thinking about it because I always say that, like, during the alien takeover or anything like that, like, I just don't think that. I feel like human beings will probably be our biggest threat. Because like I like me personally, I know that I'm going to side with the aliens. I know I'm going to side with the aliens. It's like, all right, for one, definitely welcome my alien overlords, because like, humans are evil, bro. Like, humans are way worse. Like, whatever terrible thing we think the aliens could possibly do to us, I'm pretty sure human beings have done it first. By the way, shout out to X Square for like popping up and showing some love to the channel. I really appreciate that, especially because like I like your stuff too. I watch your videos and everything like that when I can, you know. So like yeah, very very appreciative of that. It's always good when somebody who I watch and who I'm subscribed to pops up on my stuff and shows some support. Oh man, like all right, y'all. I got like 9 more minutes left. Um, what type of videos? Uh, what type of videos does he have? Oh, he's a gamer. He plays video games. He streams on his stuff. Matter of fact, let me get his channel in the chat real quick. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. All right. So once again, he streams video games on his channel. What I miss? Not much. Okay, so X Squared in here, he streams his gameplay on his channel. Here is his channel YouTube link. Also, I'm also going to post the channel I'm going to screen share the channel real quick on my live. Give me 1 second. All right, so this is the channel. Just imagine. Uh, it's come on, y'all. He got like 170 subscribers. I got 2,000, and I do nearly as much work as he does. Just imagine. I guess it looks like the Ghost from Destiny. October 11th, 171 subscribers, 112 videos, 18,000 views. We got to bump those numbers up. This dude, like they be doing some work out here. And here's some of the stuff that they do. They stream. They don't, like I said, they normally be streaming like gameplay. So like they got Advent Neon, Deltarune. I know they also have some. Undertale, among other things. I won't go too into their channel, but like once again, it's Just Imagine or Just Imagine YT, and just check them out. Thanks. I subscribe to this channel. I'm going to check it out. Well, I hope you do. All right, but like I said, that's the channel. Hope that y'all like it. Like I said, they stream gameplay. I think they also take like gamer requests too. I'm not sure. Yeah, I want to say they go live like every couple of days or so. I'm not sure specifically when, but like yeah, like go in there, pop in, tell them what you want them to say. I mean, show off his stuff, let them know. But yeah, we gotta get those numbers up. Homeboy is oh, while I'm here, I'm gonna also show some. I think I showed J Rocks and LVGs too, by the way. But just in case, I got them on my profile. A lot of times when I am recommending people's channels and stuff, when I'm recommending like people's channels and stuff like that, and I forget, I also tend to put them in my put them in my channel. Obviously, I'm gonna go ahead and like show y'all where it is. Should y'all ever like want to check out some of the channels that I recommend and I forget to like name them on my live, just go right here. It should be on channel recommendations. I want to say I got just all up in here. You just go on my profile in my profile and just scroll down to channel recommendations, these are all the people. Oh, I see that. I see that Wonderful Life is actually starting to get up there in numbers. Heck yeah, let's go. But yeah, like if you ever decide to, but yeah, like by all means, check out their stuff too. They're really cool. Shoot. All right, y'all. But yeah, like that's like if I can, I'm gonna try to get as many people as I can to like check out their channels as well as mine. I'm not really trying to like I don't want to just be the guy who gets to where I am and like don't do anything for anybody else. I want other people to get to where I am too. Like everybody I know should be having like 2,000 subscribers. If I can get 2,000 subscribers off of just that one video, then everybody else should definitely get 2,000 subscribers off of the work that they do. For dang sure, because their stuff is pretty good. I went to get Oreos. What did I miss? Nothing. Like what is happening? What the heck? Yeah, you didn't miss much. I'm just I like I said, I was just letting people know about the channels that I recommend and stuff like that. Nothing too serious. I'm just oh man, SummerSlam has been ruined for me. Whack, super whack, terrible whack, bad whack, awful whack. Oh my god. I actually wanted to watch SummerSlam too. This is stupid. I'm gonna probably end up watching just a tag match though, but what else? I don't care. This is dumb. I'm so annoyed right now. All right, I got 6 people up in here. Let's see. So it's Jovi, Gamer Riz, Emperor Megas, probably myself. These are the 4 people that are talking right now, which means I got 2 people watching, and I'm pretty sure one of them is a hater. All right, I got that. I got that down packed, son. Um, and that's wild. That is very wild indeed. Um, by the way, how y'all God, anybody here watching SummerSlam right now? Probably not. I don't expect anybody to be. Bane the Reckoning, LMAO. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Come in. Just go ahead and rub it in, big guy. Go ahead and just rub it in, big fella. Go ahead. Go ahead. Ah, who's somebody's watching it right now. I know it. Okay. Okay. I have to. Yeah, I bet you do there, buddy. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. I know that as a listener. Oh my God, that's so annoying. That is so annoying. I knew I wasn't gonna watch it because I wanted this to be kind of like a group thing with me and the roommate, but then I realized that probably won't happen because he works nights and I work mornings. So there's like we're probably gonna really have a time to. Uh, God, that sucks. Oh my God, this makes me so mad. I legit wasn't expecting him. I don't think anybody was, but like I'm annoyed now because like I'm annoyed now. This is so stupid. He was not supposed to be here. I'm annoyed. I'm angry. This sucks. As soon as this music hit, yeah, I bet. God, I'm so mad about this. This sucks so bad. Ah, my thoughts are. Oh God, man. I'm glad I was in your thoughts there, bro. I'm glad I was in your thoughts with that one. I hate this so much. So much, bro. Oh man, this is so aggravating. This is so annoying. He was not like so to just ignore the whole Vince McMahon is coming back. That's my conspiracy theory now. Vince McMahon is coming back. It's like he's never left. All right, he's back now. Everything's going to be back to the way it was. If Vince McMahon is about to come out of this a richer man than he already was. Like this is it. This is it. Oh God, dang it, man! And you came up here to gloat. Did you come up here to gloat? I know you came up here to gloat. I know you came up here to like do some kind of laughter. I can hear you laughing. I can hear you laughing through the thing, bro. For those who don't know, Bane the Reckoning is like one of my brothers. Like he's I've known him probably longer than I've known anybody up in this chat, and he knows how much I don't like Brock Lesnar, and he is here to like definitely laugh that up. My God. Wow, cool. Yeah. That's my homie right there, and I could hear him laughing at this thing right now. It's like, oh my god, because he doesn't hate Brock Lesnar. Like he's a fan of Brock Lesnar, but he's not like a big fan of Brock Lesnar. And I hate Brock Lesnar, so I'm just like, this is very annoying for me. It's like Vince McMahon is back. That's all I'm saying right now. Vince McMahon is back. Cormier was just talking about how WWE didn't want Lesnar. Oh my god! Why did they have to do our homeboy Cormier like that? Come on, camera. Oh man, Dang, they really had to do our boy Cormier like that? That's messed up. Everything about this is messed up. See this table? I'm just gonna. Hey. Hey. Man. Like I kind of was boycotting WWE a little bit. No lie, I was kind of boycotting WWE a little bit, and now I have more of a reason to boycott WWE because I'm not trying to see Lesnar. I'm not trying to see no Lesnar out here, man. I don't want to see the Great White Hope up in here, man. Just messing up everything. I'm surprised. What do you think about Hulk Hogan passing? Just asking. I made a video about that I made a video about Hulk Hogan passing a little while ago. But like the long story short about Hulk Hogan passing is Hulk Hogan is proof that you just shouldn't die a bad person. Because no matter how big of an impact you leave on the planet, if you happen to die a bad person, all of that good stuff that you did goes right out the window. This hasn't angered you enough to turn you into Iron Manny. I'm not going to turn into Iron Manny. Everybody knows. This is stupid. Everything about this is terrible and bad and dumb. You did? I didn't know you made a video about Hogan. I did. I made it in a show after Row thing because it wasn't really that big of a deal to me. But it's on my other account. So if you want to watch it, it's there. Matter of fact, I'll show you where it is. Give me a second. But yeah, I did make a video about Hogan. It wasn't that big of a video. I mean, it wasn't that long of a video because like I wasn't really like I didn't really like think about making it. It was just something I was just talking about after the but here it is. This is my video, show after Row. Had a good time, had to work out Hulk Hogan's death. There you go. It's on my alternative channel. Right here. Hulk show after Row. Had a good time. So there you go. If you want to check that out, it's right there. But I'm really gonna like just go ahead and point this out there as a Hulk Hogan is ultimately like I said, he's the best example of why you shouldn't die a bad person. Any apologist stuff, man, dude, I feel like you it's like, I feel like you haven't really watched my videos enough to know like if I am an apologist for that kind of behavior. How's it going, RC? But like I say, don't die a terrible person. That's ultimately Hulk Hogan's lesson to the world is don't die a terrible person. Because like obviously when he passed away, like all the things that he just basically did, all the important things that he did, all the most important things he did up until that point has just completely been like nullified because he died just in the absolute worst situation he could possibly be in, and he had every chance in the world to ultimately like become a better person and probably like have a better example for himself and just make up for all the bad stuff that he did, and instead just tripled and quadrupled down on it. So when he died, everybody's out here saying Iron Sheik was right. You know what I'm saying? So hey, his legacy wasn't in vain. Ultimately, yeah, that was kind of like the thing. That's what it's really kind of sad too, because like the dude was quite possibly one of the most important figures of professional wrestling. Like if there was a Mount just pretty much existing in this world, embracing all the pockets of unhappiness and anxiety, such as life. Jesus Christ, dude, you okay? Iron Sheik was waiting for Hogan at the gate. Iron Sheik is like, now it's heaven for me. What's wrong, bro? What's wrong, bro? Yeah, like I do know. Iron Sheik is like, I'm about to make you humble. I'm sorry, man. That's funny. Iron Sheik has been waiting for that moment. Since the first day he died, it's like, where's Hulk can come be here? And he's been waiting for a long time too. You know it. He's been in there with those things going like this the whole time. FTR, I was Team Sheik back in the day. FTR, for the record, by the way, FTR is a tag team in AEW and quite possibly one of the best tag teams in modern history. I thought he actually lived longer than one would expect for that area of a wrestler. Yeah, like now that I think about it, when you think of that era now, like a lot of wrestlers that are still alive from that era include Sting, Kevin Nash. This is probably why I had a hard time going live before because my camera keeps doing that. Not The Rock. The Rock was a little bit later. When I'm thinking about like the '90s, like kind of like the '80s and the '90s. I don't know. I think the best tag team in history. That's why I said one of the best tag teams. I said one of the best tag teams in modern day history. Like look them up. Watch some of FTR's matches. Hogan was screaming at Sheik, "If you don't stop, we both go to hell." Sheik hated Hogan so much he didn't care. Oh my god, that's funny. Oh my god, I read that in your voice, bro. What about Kane? Kane? I don't know. Like Kane was in that era, but like I can't really. But the fact of the matter is that like a lot of wrestlers who wrestled in the '90s are like a lot of them are dead now. You know what I'm saying? Like the big two that I can think of at this moment is like a lot of them I can think of is Booker T, Kevin Nash, Sting. I want to say. I'm trying to think of like a lot of wrestlers from WCW. So like Hurricane Helms, Andre the Giant is dead by the way. Like Hurricane Helms is still around. Also Jamie Noble, who I didn't know wrestled in WCW. I'm trying to think of some wrestlers in ECW who's still around too. At least we still got Jim Ross. He's a goat for wrestling announcing and and commentating. Long dead. I'm aware. Not a wrestler, but Paul Bearer's death really messed me up. Like why? Yeah, Mike Awesome. No, Mike Awesome is dead too. And Mike Awesome is god. But yeah, Mike Awesome he passed away too. Masato Tanaka didn't though. Masato Tanaka is still around. Yeah, Mike Awesome died. He died. He passed away. I want to say a few years ago. Yeah, Balls Mahoney is also dead. Yes, he is. And for the longest time, I thought Balls Mahoney was Axel Rotten. So like when Axel Rotten died, I was like, I thought Balls Mahoney was Axel Rotten until I looked up Balls Mahoney and was like, no, he actually passed away a little bit before Axel Rotten did, and that just messed up. Yeah, but Mike Awesome, he passed away from he fought his demons and he didn't win, unfortunately. But like I said, Masato Tanaka is still around to tell the tale of how awesome Mike Awesome is. I was about to say Sabu, and then I just remembered Sabu died this year. But we still got Taz, so you know. It's like when I think of ECW will always hurt me a little bit because a lot of wrestlers in ECW aren't here anymore. You know, like Sabu is gone, Mike Awesome is gone. 911 is gone. Big D Word Dudley is gone. Both members of the Eliminators. No, well, not the Eliminators. Pitbulls. Both the Pitbulls, they're gone. Both Public Enemy, they're gone. You know, like I want to say we still got what's his name? Perry Saturn. We still got Perry Saturn. He's still around. You know, we still got God, I forgot his name already. We still got Johnny Swinger. I think we also still have a Simon Diamond. Rob Van Dam is still going. Yeah, you're right. Rob Van Dam is still around. Dusty Rhodes passed away. Bam Bam Bigelow is also gone. Yeah, like it's just, man, I forgot. Man, Bam Bam and Dusty, bro. Is Jerry King Lawler still alive? Yeah, he's still alive. He just doesn't. I don't think he does anything anymore. Like I think Jerry King Lawler has passed away too. But like one thing we really got to take into consideration is a lot of the wrestlers that I named don't have nearly as bad of a rep as Hulk Hogan does. You see what I'm saying? Like to put this in perspective, there's a lot of wrestlers who have passed away from the era that Hulk Hogan is, and like they don't have nearly as big of a reputation or as big of a rap sheet as Hogan does. And a lot of them, like to put this in perspective, Scott Hall ended somebody's life before. It was in self-defense, if I'm not mistaken. But like Scott Hall ended somebody's life before. But when he passed away, people mourned him. People still mourn Scott Hall today. But you know who they're not mourning? Yeah. Don't die a bad guy. Hogan is as hated as he is loved. That's the whole thing. Do you remember Harley Race? I never saw Harley Race wrestle, but I'm familiar with who he is. Also, ironically, Harley Race is like one of the few wrestlers who didn't lose his mind from doing the diving headbutt. Yeah, Harley Race passed away. Yeah, I forget which year, but I knew Harley Race died recently. Now I think about it. Huh. Uh, huh. Harley Race is one of the few people Haku called tough. Haku called him tough? Haku called Harley Race tough? Haku? Bro, that's crazy. Bro, that is crazy. For those who don't know, Haku, by the way, is still alive too, by the way. But like, I mean, Haku, that's only because the Grim Reaper be like, the Grim Reaper be at Haku's door like, it's your time, bro. And Haku's like, no, it isn't. And Death be like, you know what? You're right. You're right. Yeah, yeah. You know what? It's not your time yet. I'll come back later. Yeah, Virgil. Yeah, Virgil also is passed away, and I think like Virgil was sick for a while before he passed away. During '88 to '92, he went by the name Texas Tornado. Oh, you're talking about one of the Von Erichs? I don't even want to think about the Von Erich family right now because like I don't even want to think about the Von Erich family because that's the most tragic family probably in professional wrestling. Like it's like granted, like you know, there's still a lot of cats are still a lot of them are still alive now, but like to just think that to lose every sibling that you had due to fighting losing to your demons, it's just that's depressing. That's depressing. The Iron Claw was a movie that definitely didn't need to be made. The Cursed Wrestling Family, exactly, bro. Virgil was cool people. Was he? I don't know. I never met him, but I heard that. Like I said, he was. I heard he was sick. He was sick for a long time before he passed away. But to get back to my point, Hulk Hogan had like a crazy reputation, and like as far as like how I feel about his passing, like I say, don't die a bad person. It's just that simple. Because I will say this: the dude is a very important part of professional wrestling. He's a very important part of professional wrestling history, but like he was important for a good reason and important for a bad reason. Like and you never truly and it's like he really had it's just like he could have like the whole thing is that like when it was found out that he was they didn't even tell it was as authenticated as it should be Iron Claw, but I guess they couldn't because the theater would have said yeah, they definitely would have. I used to have 5 brothers. Now I'm not even a brother. Oh my God. That is so scary. That's a sad thing to hear, man. Imagine saying I used to have 5 brothers. Now I'm not even a brother. God dog. That makes me so sad, bro. who said that. Yeah, that definitely sounds like something that Kevin would say. It's like I used to have 5 brothers, now I'm not even a brother. Oh my god. I don't know. I don't know how I would feel if my brothers died. Like I really don't know. Like I never even thought of that before. That's really like that's and he lost 5 of them. Like that's painful. That's a painful line to hear, man. It really is, especially because like he's the last one. Yeah, the Iron Claw was not. Yeah, the Iron Claw was definitely a movie that didn't need to be made because even if you're not a wrestling fan, if you're like a fan of like families, that will kill you inside a little bit. Yeah, and the oldest. He's the oldest one. Yo, that is. Yo, what? Yo, that's like the Guerreros, man. That's like the Guerreros, man. They lost both the baby brother and the oldest brother. Like I think the only two that are left right now is Mondo and hold on, it's Chavo, Mondo, Eddie, and I always forget the third one. There was 4 of them. Chavo, Mondo, Eddie, and wait, who was the Hector? Hector. But yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's Chavo, Mondo, Hector, and Eddie. But like Eddie is gone and Chavo is gone. I was not an only child, but both of my sisters died when I was young. I was a kid, so yeah, but life went on. Yeah, I mean, you could, I mean, like, but even if you were a kid, man, that's definitely something worth mourning. I mean, that's traumatizing. And I mean, that's a sad thing to think about. Like I said, I wouldn't know how I would feel. Like, I don't know how I would feel if my brothers passed away. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then again, I don't handle death well in any capacity. Like, if I know somebody, like if I know somebody, if I'm close enough to someone and they pass away, I don't know how I will be able to handle it. There was that time I was trying to do a video around the time that I found out that my grandma passed, and I couldn't get through that. So yeah, I guess it depends on your relationship with them. Yeah, that's the thing. Like when like I said, Hulk Hogan passing away. Like I said, I was a kid when Hulkamania was a thing. I was like a child when Hulkamania was a thing. I remember thinking that Hulk Hogan was like a football player or was like I remember because like I was a child, I thought he was like a football player or like some kind of I don't know, like some kind of I don't even know how to describe it. Like I thought he was just like some sort of athlete. I didn't know he was a professional wrestler because I didn't know what professional wrestling was then. But I do remember I used to see Hulk Hogan everywhere as a kid. And then it was him, Ultimate Warrior, Macho and Ric Flair. Those are like the 4 wrestlers I used to see plastered everywhere when I was a child. And like I remember thinking to myself, okay, these guys are like either boxers or football players or something because I didn't know what professional wrestling was. But then when I found out what professional wrestling was, it's crazy. Lex Luger, with all his millions of health woes, he outlived Hulk Hogan. I know, right? That's crazy, man. And what's even crazier is how Lex Luger got paralyzed in the first place. Apparently, he was working out. He moved his head slightly in one direction, and he just couldn't move the rest of his body after that. And it's like a freak accident, which, by the way, happens a lot more in wrestling than outside of it. So yeah, but also Lex Luger. There's a video of Lex Luger walking. Well, of him getting ready, of him like standing up. So shout out to DDP, by the way, doing God's work, by the way. DDP is our goat, by the way. But yeah, that's what I'm saying though. It's like, but it just feels really bad because Hulk Hogan was in fact an era of wrestling. He wasn't just a wrestler. I really hate the fact that I'm talking about this on this channel and not on my other channel. Yeah, the Draws incident was so sad. He held on for a long while before he passed. One thing I will always like about Draws is the fact that he never blamed D'Lo for what happened. He never really got like he even like told people like it was an accident. Like it's like I don't think he was ever like genuinely upset with D'Lo about what happened. Because wrestling fans was like I think D'Lo quit wrestling after that. Now I'm not gonna say he quit wrestling, but I do think that like for a brief moment he considered quitting before Draws basically told him, "Hey man, it was an accident. Accidents happen." You know what I'm saying? Draws is a cool guy for that. Like rest in peace to that guy. He definitely he's definitely a cool guy to me for that. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like once again, since but like once again, it's like the thing about Hulk Hogan is that Hogan was his own era of professional wrestling, and that's something that we don't really. I didn't think Luger could walk. Yeah, apparently he can. I mean, he's capable of walking, but first he has to be able to stand up. Manny, you probably could do amazing if you double down on a wrestling channel of yours. I don't know what you mean by double down, but yeah, like people don't care about my wrestling channel because I normally post wrestling videos on it, and I haven't been able to post wrestling videos for a while because I haven't wrestled in a while. But also because my wrestling takes are very controversial, and it's controversial for the wrong reason, so nobody would care. Like if they're controversial for the right reason, they'll get attention. But because they're controversial for the wrong reason, nobody's going to care. Like for example, I could say, "Hey, I made a video about how I thought that Theory's United States Championship run was actually really well done," and like I said, nobody cared about that. The wrong reason is for the boring reason, like nobody would care. Bret Hart still feels some kind of way about the ways Hulk Hogan slighted him. Well, yeah, I mean, Bret Hart is wrestling personified. Of course, he'd be mad about stuff like that. The wrong reason is just like I said, boring reason. Like nobody would care kind of reason. It's like some things could be controversial for the right reason, as in like, oh, it's controversial because it gets a lot of attention, or it's because it's like there's a difference between water being hot and water being lukewarm. It's like water being hot. Ow, that's hot. Let's talk about how hot the water is. But lukewarm is like, who cares? Like my controversial points are lukewarm at best. You like Rhea Ripley? She's okay. I don't hate her. I'll say that. But like, there's only but like when it comes to like a lot of wrestlers that I like, I mostly like the wrestler. I mostly like care about a wrestler more if I encountered them in person. Like I met Roxanne. I met Roxy before she went to WWE. She's she's cool. Do you have a favorite female wrestler or two? I love Lita and Trish, and nowadays it's Billy for me. Yeah, I have a few female favorite wrestlers. But they're like a lot of them aren't in WWE. But I'll say like let's see, Lulu Lorena, Jada Stone. Um, those like two names I can think of at the moment. There's also Promise Braxton. Y'all really need to look up Promise Braxton, by the way. AQA before she retired. Um, Ember Moon before she was Athena when she was Athena and is now the forever champ in Ring of Honor. AJ Lee. I like how you typed that in all caps. That's funny. Um, like I'm just listing off a lot of wrestlers I'm listing off female wrestlers that I met personally, like Rose Gold. She's in Atlanta. Um, I'm trying to think. Alex Gracia. There's Shalance Royale. J Rod. She is in OVW. I can list them all off, but I'm not going to right now because y'all got time. Y'all don't have time to waste like that. But yeah, I do have female favorite wrestlers that like I said, I normally like a wrestler more if I meet them in person. But like, if I meet them in person, they're like really cool people, then yeah, Oh boy. I take it that you're listing off yours now. Oh crap! I just remember I gotta go to work tomorrow. Hey, show of hands. Who's up in the chat right now? Because I see art. Let's see. So it's RC, Emperor Megas, myself, maybe Bane of Love and Hates, and Jovi. But I do gotta go to. But I do have to go to work tomorrow, so I kind of gotta get ready. Hopefully, you got a midday shift. I really don't. I got morning shifts, so I got a morning shift, so I actually have to like biz ounce like right now. I really appreciate you guys for sticking around. This was initially just me challenging. This was me just checking out to see what was wrong with my camera. I think I figured it out. Why is it doing that? But yeah, I was just like testing out my camera to see if it was working. Really appreciate you guys for like sticking around, coming by, showing the brothers some interaction. Shout out to all of y'all, and all right, but that's it for now. Could talk a little bit later. Just remember, you are more than a person. You're an experience. You can either be a good experience or a bad experience or no experience at all. And I definitely recommend being a good experience. Um, Definitely show love and peace to every single person around you. And if you can't show them that, then show them nothing at all, because why would you want to be a +2 to 10 on somebody else's bad day? We all got like a lot of crap that we're dealing with right now, and it's probably going to get worse before it gets better. So let's try our best to make it as good as possible right now today. Also, check out X Square's channel. I posted it earlier, and it will be on my recommended channel later. And yeah, just remember, being mean is mainstream, but being kind is punk rock. Always be punk rock, because that lasts forever. Mainstream is only temporary. In the meantime, though, but I do have to head out. Love, peace to every single one of y'all out there, and see y'all next time.